then that is the end of the matter. The consequences may be inconvenient, they may be extreme, but that does not matter. The judge's decisions and orders cannot stand. The qualities of judicial, I'm quoting here, the qualities of judicial independence and impartiality are absolute and permit no compromise. And I take that statement from a case in Brunei involving the son of the Sultan, who said that nobody could give him a fair trial there because the Sultan was the plaintiff effectively and he was the defendant, and no court would decide against the Sultan. However, as we shall see, he was wrong. But the sanction that the law affords is that the court's decisions will be set aside, and that will be that. I think on reflection, it will be accepted that that must be so. The clearest explanation, perhaps, was given by Lord Hope in Miller and Dixon, a case which you may know, but involved the terms upon which temporary judges were appointed in Scotland. They were appointed on one-year renewable contracts, and it was held in those circumstances because their continued employment would be in the hands of the executive on a fairly regular basis. They could not be regarded as safe hands to decide persons' rights. And Lord Hope said that the right was fundamental to the right to fair trial. And just as the right to a fair trial is incapable of being modified or restricted in the public interest, so too the right to an impartial and independent tribunal is an absolute right. It is an essential element if the trial is to satisfy the overriding element of fairness. It has to be judged, ladies and gentlemen, for the moment that the judge or tribunal first becomes seized of the case. It stands apart from any questions which may be raised about the character or the quality or the effect of any of the decisions that the judge which the judge makes in the proceedings. If circumstances exist which give rise to a suspicion about the judge's impartiality, those circumstances are sufficient to disqualify, although in fact no bias exists. That was the rule which was applied in Pinochet. The result was in no way dependent on the judge personally holding any view or having any objective requiring the question whether Senator Pinochet should be extradited. The fairness of the proceedings is not what is in question, but